the egg that we got yesterday is actually hatching. Not bad. This actually took me quite some time, but since we had a bike, it was pretty easy. And we have got a horsey. Not bad. In this game, once horsey will actually evolve into a Seadra, you can actually go ahead and use a water stone to evolve it into a Kingdra, which is pretty cool. In the normal games, you actually have to trade it, but since it's pretty easy in this game, you can definitely try and use it. Kind of makes me think that I want to use it personally as well, since I've never used a Kingdra in my team before. Anyway, we can go ahead and decide it at a later point, since it is quite low level right now. Anyway, welcome back Pokefans to my Pokemon Flora Sky series, and this is gonna be a part 13. Last episode, we made our way to Malias city, or rather we were actually transported or teleported. This episode, I'm gonna be focusing on getting the 5th gym badge. As you might have known, last episode we went ahead and talked to the gym leader, who seemed to be in the library trying to find a path to a hidden room, which we might be able to help her in the future as well. But for now, we'll go ahead and tackle this gym and see how the gym leader is. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the original version has some really tough gym leaders. At least that's what we have seen till now. And I'm quite curious, since this gym is actually a steel type gym and the gym leader is definitely gonna have some unique Pokemons. Alright, I guess I do have to figure out how to go ahead and turn these levers first of all before we go to the gym leader. And here we were able to at least go to the first one, and that I think will actually go ahead and I guess open up a path for us as well. Not bad, but we still have a second switch right above over here that we do have to flip as well, and I am just trying to be a bit careful to not go ahead and make any mistakes. Alright, let me try this path. I think this is the only path that's actually left to try. And oh, never mind. I think it was the other one that I had to go through. So let me actually make my way back. I'm not really sure how these puzzles work. I don't clearly remember how it was, but it is quite simple as far as I've seen. And here is the second lever. Now that we have clicked it as well, the path to go through is actually opened. Alright, let's go ahead and go through it. As usual, each of these gyms will only have 3 trainers, which means we are gonna be going through them pretty fast. And luckily we are actually having a double battle right here, so I'm quite excited for that. I have gone ahead and kept my Growlithe up in front. It's gonna be mainly, helping us for the most part, but definitely I would have to use the other Pokemons as well. Alright, we have a Steelix and a Liron. Pretty strong steel type Pokemons right in front of us, and let's see how we can actually defeat them. I really wish that we had a Firestone by now, just because, Growlithe is coming up to the level where I definitely would want to evolve it. I will definitely go ahead and wait until level 49, where it actually learns Flamethrower, and once it does learn that move, I immediately want to evolve it. So let's see if we will get a Firestone before that. Alright. At least I believe we have a few other kind of stones. I mean, I remember picking up a Sunstone and a few Moonstones. There was a Dust Stone as well, but I haven't yet seen a Water Stone or a Firestone, which is a bit concerning. I mean, if I do add Seadra to my team, definitely I would want it to evolve into a Kingdra, and that would actually require the Water Stone as well. Usually in these kind of games, we would have a chance to actually buy these stones in the mart, but I haven't seen that yet till now. Maybe, just maybe that the areas that we go next might have them. So I'm actually wondering if we will get it or not. For now, I think we are pretty good. I don't mind waiting until level 50 to evolve my Growlithe. So let's hope we'll get it in the next area. Alright, Seems to me like I'm not really having too much of an issue with the steel types right now, but the gym leader is definitely gonna be in another whole level, so let's see how that goes as well. Alright, we have defeated the first two trainers, and I believe we have... oh, never mind, we had another Steelix coming up as well. Okay, shouldn't be too much of an issue considering that both of my Pokemons should be able to take it down in one hit. Alright, luckily at least we do have Flame Body, which will definitely do a lot more damage than the normal, I guess, Ember. And okay, never mind. Okay, I thought that Steelix might not go down over there, but it definitely went down, so that's quite good. Leadon is at level 42. I still haven't actually removed the experience share from it, just because I wanted it to actually completely evolve, and I believe it will actually evolve at level 42. Yep, it is actually evolving, which is amazing. Whenever usually I play Pokemon Emerald or Pokemon Ruby, I definitely try and use Aggron in my team, so it's really nice to have an Aggron back in my team. I'm always very happy to use this one. Defensively it is quite good. You just have to make sure that you're not hit by any water type moves, which might do some more amount of damage. The same thing might also go for the fire type moves as well, but personally I like to actually use Aggron, so quite happy with this one. Alright, I guess it's finally time for me to actually take down the experience share since it's not really that helpful. I also decided to go ahead and switch out some of the items for the other Pokemons in my team as well. Alright, now that my team members are completely healed, let me actually go through this small puzzle area. Not too bad. It kind of reminds me of the first gym in Pokemon Emerald. It was kind of having the same design. And here we are, the next trainer. Let's quickly go ahead and defeat her as well. Seems like she only has one Pokemon, which is a Mawile. I really like Mawile. It's one of those very unique Pokemons out there. It also has a Mega Evolution, which looks amazing. Now, it didn't really get too much of a moveset for third generation games, but after that it has been, updated, and now it's a pretty cool Pokemon to have. Either way, let's quickly go ahead and take it down with the help of our Growlithe. Sadly, it seems like my Growlithe did need to go ahead and use another move before using Flame Wheel to take it down. But I still think we are in a really good level for this 5th gym leader as well, so I don't want to go ahead and overlevel my Pokemons. I also went ahead and gave the experience share to my Emolga. Now that we are here, I'm actually ready for the gym battle. So let's quickly go ahead and talk to the gym leader. I'm a bit nervous, but I think we can actually pull through this gym as well. Alright, here is the new gym leader for this game, and her name is Lyra, and she's actually going to be starting with a Ponyard, which is a pretty good steel type Pokemon. Let's quickly go ahead and take it down with a Flame Wheel, which I was definitely sure it would actually take down considering it is at level 38. Let's see which Pokemon is up next, and apparently she's actually bringing out her Steelix. I think it's better to go ahead and have a Azumarill for this one, just because that Steelix is part ground type. This should be able to help us and be in our advantage as well. Now, I did go ahead and teach Azumarill Surf, which as you can see does way more damage than Bubble Beam, so I'm quite happy about it. As you can see, Steelix did go with Dig, but I think switching into Emolga won't actually help for this one, considering Emolga doesn't really have a move to hit against Steelix. I think we just have to stay in for this one and just go for it, take in the damage, and in the next turn we can actually take down the Steelix. Alright, not bad. We have taken down 2 of our Pokemons right here. And she's actually gonna be bringing out her Matang. Alright, Matang is pretty strong, and definitely I would have to be a bit careful. I think actually using Torterra over here would be better considering it does have Earthquake. But as you might know, Torterra will not stand the Psychic type moves. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and use Earthquake and see if Matang will actually go down. And it seems like it does. Alright, that was really lucky. The reason why I have all of my team members at level 41 is because of her final Pokemon, which as you might actually go ahead and see, it's gonna be a Scizor. Scizor is pretty strong and it's actually at level 42, which means my team members are still kind of under leveled. So we do have to see how this battle is gonna go through. As you can see, it is actually very weak to fire type moves. So if you have a fire type team member, definitely go ahead and try using them. Over here, I did decide to use my Growlithe, and let's see if we can take down the Scizor. I did decide to use Bite to just make sure that it does go down in the next turn with my Flame Wave. If not, that Sword Dance is gonna be the end of us. Luckily, we were able to take down the Scizor and we have defeated the 5th gym leader. Alright, you know what, I definitely feel like the gyms are getting kind of easier the more we go further in the storyline. So this is pretty good. Alright, we have got the Iron Badge. Now that we have the 5th gym badge, we can finally go ahead and surf through the areas, which means a lot of new areas are now open for us. First of all, I'll go ahead and just go around the city. There are 2 ways that we can actually go through. One is in the left side and one is in the right side. I believe that we do have to go through the right side route to, move on forward. And I believe it will actually go to Chapos Island, which is gonna be our next destination. But for now, let's quickly go ahead and explore the left side route, or at least the part that we can actually explore for now, and then make our way to the right side. Alright, here we are near the exit of the left side of the city, and let's quickly go ahead and surf. Seems like there are a few places where we can actually dive as well, but I think we do need to get the 6th or the 7th gym badge in order to dive, so nothing that we can do for now. Also, I think I forgot to put up a Super Repel, so you can see that I'm actually encountering a few Pokemons. I believe that you can actually find Pelipper and Wingull in this route, as well as Tentacool and Tentacruel. Those are the 4 Pokemons that you might actually find while surfing. So if you want to catch any of those Pokemons, definitely come over here for the encounters. Alright, here we have the first trainer for this route, and let's see what level he's gonna be at. And he's actually at level 42. Okay. I was not expecting the level to be up this high, but as you can see, I personally myself am under leveled for this part of the game. After this episode, I might have to go back again and try training up my team members, just to make sure that I'm not under-leveled. Like, I do not want to be too over-leveled either, because it's not fun. But being under-leveled is definitely not fun either. So let's go ahead and go back and train the team members after this episode. Okay, at least I was able to take down this Tentacool without any issues. And I might have to actually switch out my Growlithe. I do not want it when I'm going through a water route area. And it seems like this route is actually a dead-end forest. I believe the only way that we can actually cover this whole route would be from the other side, that is the other city, which I believe would be the Taste City. So until we get back to Taste City, we can't really explore this route. Alright, not bad. I think I'll go ahead and buy some items before we move on to the next route. Alright, now that we are here and we are actually ready, we can actually go ahead and finally explore Route R. This is quite a big route, and I believe that there are multiple pathways that we can actually take. Mostly it's just that the route is quite wide and we have a lot of trainers in this route, so I definitely want to go around and check out all of the trainers that we have. Okay, Seems like this is the NPC that was actually gonna be giving us the special TM for secret power. And now that we have actually got it, I think we can actually go back to the town. I believe it was Haber's town, and we can actually buy some items from the shopkeeper over there. For now, I'm not gonna be going through any of those routes, just because we will get a chance in the future to go through those routes. So for now, I think we can actually cover route R. As you can see, the trainers in this route definitely seem to have much higher leveled Pokemons. So I do have to be a bit careful when I try to take them down. Definitely would recommend you guys to buy a lot of super repels as well as a lot of healing items. You don't really have any Pokemon Center until you reach Chapos Island, which is definitely quite far, and I would probably recommend having a lot of super repels, mainly because this route is quite wide and you have multiple pathways that you can actually go through, small dead-end areas that you can actually explore, and I think you'll get some special items or certain trainers in those dead ends. For example, here is I believe a cave, which is the Shoal Cave, and I believe the different times of the day will actually have different kinds of effects in this cave. Currently it seems like there is no water in this cave, so you can actually run around and get the shoal salt. Later, once you have water filling up this cave, you can actually go ahead and get the shoal gems or the shoal stones, which if you bring all of these items to the NPC that we saw in the entrance of this cave, he'll actually give you a shell bell. It's a lot of an effort for one item, but if you want that item, you can definitely go ahead and explore this cave. As far as what I've seen, I definitely have encountered Zubats or Golbats in this cave and Spiels. So if you want to catch Spiels and add it to your team, you can definitely find one in this cave. If you go deeper in this cave, there is also a chance of finding Snorunt, which will be in the ice cave that is quite deep in this cave, which I think I'll be able to visit now since there is no water. So let's make our way through this one and collect the items as we go. Alright, I have definitely went ahead and put up a super repel. I think once I have completely covered this cave, I'll go ahead and try to encounter a Spiel. I have not actually decided whether I want to use a Horsey or a Spiel, so still deciding on that one. Both of these Pokemons are amazing and they would be definitely a really good addition to my team, other than Azumarill. The only reason why I am not using Azumarill is because it is not having a dual typing. If you might have seen my videos before, I definitely like using dual type Pokemons, and whenever I have a chance to use one, I'll definitely go for that. Sadly, we don't have Fairy type in this game. If not, Azumarill would definitely have been part Fairy type, and that would have actually helped me. Since it's not, I think I'll definitely go with either Spiel or, Seadra, which will actually evolve into a Kingdra. Alright, here we are in the ice cave, and this is where you'll actually be able to find Snorunts. So if you want to use a Snorunt or its evolution, I think you'll be able to find that one in this cave. For now, there are only two items over here. I believe one is a TM and the other one is the Never Melt Ice, which will actually help your Pokemon, increase the ice type move power. So if you want to have that, you can definitely come over here to pick it. Personally, I think I am interested in picking up all the items that a game provides, so I don't mind picking this item up over here. This also reminds me that we can actually go ahead and explore a lot other areas where there was water covering before. I believe there was a place in the right side of Great Big City where we had a water pond that we could actually cross. And there is a water pond in Route D as well, which actually covers an entrance for another cave. There was another cave in Route A as well, so definitely there are a lot of areas that we can actually explore now that we are able to surf. Sadly, we don't actually have Fly. If we did have it, I would have definitely gone ahead and explored all of these areas. But for now, I think that's the only thing that's stopping me from exploring too much. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and just try picking up this one item. For some reason, I'm not able to find out how to actually get it, so here I'm just struggling for that. Don't worry, I'll definitely get this one. It just takes some time. Okay, I guess I'm back to the start. I guess this was... Oh, okay, never mind. The path was quite easier. I think I was the one who was not really getting it. Either way, now that we have picked up both of the items, we can finally go ahead and go outside. Thankfully, we are still able to use strength. If not, if I had actually thought strength to my Zigzagoon, that would have been much of a trouble for me. Thankfully, that's not the case. We are still able to use all the TMs that we have got till now. Alright, it seems like there are definitely two pathways that we could have gone through. One was jumping down the ledge and the other one was out here. But since this is actually a dead end, I did decide to come over here first, collect this soul salt and then go back and jump down the ledge. I think that's all that we had to explore in this cave for now, considering that the water is still not up, so we still have to kind of wait for the evening time when the water will actually flood this cave and we are able to get the other items that are available. Alright, I think we have gone through this path. Let me actually make my way back and we'll actually continue in Route R. See if we have any other trainers that we can actually battle and move on forward. Here we are back in Route R, so let's quickly go ahead and move on. Definitely there are a lot of trainers in this route and most of them, as you might know, will definitely have a water type Pokemon. So if you have a electric type Pokemon in your team, then they are definitely the better Pokemons to have in the beginning of your team. Will make it much easier to go through all of these trainers. Alright, here we have the next trainer, who's actually a Sailor. Nice to see a Wingull in this game. Wingull in 3rd gen was definitely a better Pokemon, but I don't think it's that good nowadays. At least because there are so many other flying type Pokemons that have been introduced. Alright, let's see which is the next one. And he actually has a Machoke. Not bad. Since we did have Air Cutter, which thankfully is the only flying type move that we have, I mean, I'm actually surprised that Emolga still didn't learn any flying type move. Quite surprising, but at least we have Air Cutter, so we can actually use it. And Emolga is finally at level 42. Alright. Oh, okay. I guess we are finally learning Thunderbolt. Could have helped me if it had learned it, I don't know, 2 to 3 levels before, but anyway, at least we have this move in our moveset now. That is pretty good. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and explore the rest of this route. I definitely want to go ahead and check out all the nooks and crannies just to make sure that I'm able to pick up all the items in this route. Alright, I'm actually feeling that this whole Pokénav thing is actually pretty bad, considering that there are so many trainers who have registered to my Pokénav and they keep interrupting me in between when I'm running around in the route. A bit annoying, but I guess it's okay for now. Anyway, here we have a double battle, which is pretty good, and there is definitely another item to pick up as well. So let's quickly go ahead and defeat these two trainers. Alright, this is the first time I'm actually seeing a Magnetric in this game. Super amazing. I have used it before in my team for Emerald playthrough and it's one of my favorite electric type Pokemons in 3rd gen. It is quite powerful as well. Sadly, I didn't actually use it in my team considering I did want to use Emolga. But I think we should still be able to take down it with one move. Alright, I did decide to go ahead and switch into Torterra just because that my Emolga can actually fly and I should be able to only hit Magnetric over here, so that is actually pretty good. Alright, the other trainer actually has the Satu as well, so that's pretty cool. We were easily able to take it down since we had Thunderbolt, so that's nice. And in this turn, we should be able to take down the Minitrick as well. Alright. Thankfully, I'm happy that we had Emolga, or else I would have to actually switch in as well, since I do want to have a flying type whenever I'm using Earthquake. And now that we have actually taken down Minitrick, let's quickly go ahead and see which is the other Pokemon that he has. Alright, he actually has Hitmontop, which is quite nice to see. I have personally never used it before, but I'm pretty sure it's a really good Pokemon. It definitely has the ability Intimidate, which is quite nice to have, especially if you're having a Nuzlocke challenge. But I guess it doesn't make a difference since I'm not really having that. Let me see if we can actually go ahead and take it down with both Emolga and Torterra over here. Alright. I did actually decide to go ahead and use Strength since we are in a water type fruit and I didn't want to actually lose the PP on Thunderbolt. Either way, we have defeated these two trainers over here as well. Let's quickly go ahead and pick up the item and see what it is. Okay, it's actually a big pearl. And I think we can actually go ahead and I feel like we have come almost to the 30 minutes mark. So I think this is actually a good place for me to go ahead and end out this episode. In the next episode, we'll definitely go ahead and make our way to Chapo's Island and we can actually continue our storyline from there. Alright, thank you all for watching my video. I know this is a short one, but please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one.